Hello everyone and good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm just coming to you this morning with a tip for silhouette users. Now before we start, I want to make sure you have your silhouette off and unplugged because we get ready to clean it. Sometimes when your cuts are not acting right is because you have some stuff all on your silhouette and you really don't know, or you picking up something glitter from a previous project and you don't realize where it's coming from. So I'm going to show you all that. So what I have is I have a baby wipe and it's just damp. It's damp. It's not really wet. You don't want it soaking wet. You just want it damp, almost to the point where it's almost dry. Then a Q-tip. If you could see this, a Q-tip, baby wipe, Q-tip. Let me push this back some so I can bring that stuff here. And a toothpick and a cap of alcohol, and I just use a water bottle cap of alcohol. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this up some, so I'm going to bring the silhouette up so you can see it a little bit more. Okay, now I'm getting ready to show you some sections. Now make sure it's off, and I'm going to tell you the do's and don'ts. In order for you to move this to the right, you're going to have to make sure your machine is off, and you just drag it to the right. Slowly. Don't drag it fast, because this band here is what pulls your blade from left to right and what helps it cuts. So make sure you do not touch that. You do not need to clean that. Leave that alone. That band right there is two band. It's a band that wraps around and it goes through here and it pulls this from left to right. Leave that alone. But you have a bar here that you want to clean, and that bar will, if it's sticky with whatever that you was working on, adhesive backing, maybe sometimes the mat may be leaving residue from the mat onto your bars. You want to clean that, and that will make your machine go smoothly back and forth when it's, you know, cutting out. And then you want to clean up down here. Just clean your whole machine except for that bar, that band that wraps around inside your blade housing. So I'm going to get my baby wipe and I'm just going to put a dab of alcohol on it. I don't want it soaked. And I'm just going to start cleaning. And I cleaned this the other day, so it's not that bad. But I figured that I'm getting ready to share this tip with my silhouette users, and hopefully potential silhouette followers on my YouTube channel, Miss Creative 47. Miss Creative 47. Miss Creative 47. My YouTube channel. I have a lot of videos there that will help you out. But I don't think I put this one on there. So I'm just cleaning off all the white parts. Okay, and then now I'm going to clean off this bar, because this bar was really sticky with some of that adhesive that I'll be using when I'm making stickers. And I'm just going to move this to the right and clean it out the way. And you can move these too, but you can put them back where you want to and get up in there. Now I'm getting ready to show you one more thing. You want to clean this bar out right here, but you don't want to touch this band right there. So I just slowly go over it. And like I said, your mat is sticky, so it's dragging through here all the time. So sometimes it may pick up some of that glue or adhesive that's on your mat. So you want to clean all that off. Now you can also unlatch this to bring it up, and it turns, and you can go ahead and turn that and get all that while turning it. Get all that gook off of there, and then lock it back. And then I'm getting all up in here, and right up in here I had a lot of adhesive. I don't know if it was coming from the paper or whatever, but it was so much adhesive here. It was just horrible. And I can see why my glitter was getting stuck to my silhouette down here, because it had sticky stuff. So another thing that I noticed when I'm doing glitter paper and then I transfer to just regular cardstock, that my cardstock will have glitter on it, even though I know the mat might have some on it, but it was on top. So I realized that when you get ready to cut out an image or whatever, and your blade taps to adjust the blade depth, if that blade collected some glitter from the previous project using cardstock, it dropping it down in this little notch here. And I know I looked over there and I had a ton of glitter down in this little notch. Is right here. I can't, I'm trying to see if you can see it, maybe if I could lift this up a little bit. If you can see this notch right here, and then it's a hole right next to it. It was full of glitter. So what I did was I dipped my Q-tip and I got the bigger slot and I just cleaned that out real good. But with the smaller hole, I had to take my toothpick and stick it inside the baby wipe, and then I will just go ahead and clean that out like that. And that was clean. And that's it. That's all I had to do. You know, making sure that all this stuff is not sticky, and I just cleaned it all up real good. And I may do that once a month, depending on what I use. If I'm using glitter a lot, then I would do it twice a month. For those who do glitter vinyl and glitter cardstock all the time, I suggest you do it twice a month. If you don't clean all this out, make sure you clean that hole out too. And another thing with your machine, if your blade may collect some, it might be getting down in there. And so what I would do, I would just go ahead and push that back and kind of tap it and see if any glitter, or I'll blow inside to get that glitter off there. And I've known that when I did that the other day and I cleaned out that stuff the other day, it cut so good. It was like butter. It just was clean cut. And then also sometimes you want to have a new blade. Sometimes it's just your blade because you use it so much with the glitter paper, vinyl, cardstock that it got dull. Just get your new blade and you will see the difference. Cleaning it out, a new blade, and it will work perfectly. Now if it's still not cutting like it's supposed to, then it might be the settings. Might have to talk with someone in a Silhouette America. Other than that, clean your mat. Leave this band alone. Don't touch it. Don't move it. Don't bend it. Don't try to take it out. Don't clean it. You don't need to do that. But the rest of it, you need to clean off your bars. Clean all down in here. You need to clean your blade out. You need to clean in this little spot here. Just keep your Silhouette clean. And if everything else on your computer part is okay, then it might just be you need to clean up your machine and see if that will work for you. So until then, I'll see you in my next video, and have a great Saturday. I love you. Bye. Okay, so what you want to do, these are the two spots I was telling you about, here and here. This is where the glitter gets caught in these two places here. So you want to take a Q-tip for this one, and then you want to put a piece of that baby wipe around your toothpick and get inside there and clean those out, because it gets pretty dirty and the glitter drops down. And the other area that I was telling you about that I want to get a little bit closer, and I'm gonna see if I can move this light over here. Now, do you see that brown band? It has like teeth. You don't want to touch those. That is the little band that wraps around, and it wraps inside of that pulls your blade across back and forth. You don't want to mess with that. You don't want to bend it. You don't want to break it, because I know you can replace it, and I never had to replace mine, but you don't want to clean that. So when you get ready to clean the bar that's in front of it, you just want to be careful that you don't touch it. Just, you know, rub across gently, or use a Q-tip to clean that bar. Usually that particular bar don't get as dirty as this bar. I don't know why, but I cleaned both of them off with dust and stuff like that. And you notice that glitter has gotten up under there as well. So I would take like a toothpick, or I mean a cotton swab